Guys,
We're
don't
live,
just
but Lynch doesn't know.
right. So because you don't hear the music yet, don't say a damn thing until he gets here. Right now, he's outside rooting through the
There he
garbage.
is.
Here he comes. What's up, buddy? He still can't fucking hear us.
No, he can't.
All right. Shh.
We secretly replaced that regular coffee with Folgers crystals.
What?
Nothing. Herm's trying to kill me already.
Just a little bit, not hard, not like aggressively, like more
No.
like manslaughter. Like I accidentally killed him.
Accidentally on purpose, did it, Your Honor?
He's like the good essay person. No, it's okay. Just ease in, ease in, ease in.
Just the tip.
Just
Right.
oh, Lynch is performing from a tin can in the music
Hello,
pit.
my
at
baby.
Energy
Hello,
Hall.
darling. Hello, my ragtime guy. Oh.
Oh my fucking god! Wow.
Daddy drinks because you cry.
That's what I'm saying. This is the reason I drink.
What the fuck?
That's loud.
Sorry, I farted.
Yeah, or the neighbor 2 doors down with that microphone accidentally set off the car alarm.
Yeah, I'll have a better mic set up next week.
Thank you.
My old mic. What are you rocking for a microphone, Herm? Are you using a Shure?
I'm using an SM58, bro. I could chuck this fucking thing off a fucking mountain and then come home and sound like this.
It'll still work.
Yep. Best standard vocal directional mic on the planet.
Everything he just said is Yiddish. I don't understand a fucking word of it.
Well,
Basically, Ozzy's road crew used this mic, this exact mic, a version of this mic, to actually drive to finish a set for one of his tour production sets. They used it to finish the setting because they needed a hammer to drive like 6 or 7 nails, and then Ozzy went on to do a 3-hour set with that fucking microphone working flawlessly.
Nice.
That's a sure. Like, you could pretty much use it as a hammer all day, and it will still sound just like this.
All right, Lynch, you done rooting through garbages trying to find chicken bones? All right, hit the music.
Heard.
Hit the music. Shut up.
And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Burns. It's Chris Lynch. This is Dysfunction Junction.
We are minus Matt Marsh tonight, but that doesn't stop us. The train keeps a rolling all night long. We've got weird history. We've got fun history. We've got wacky history. I've got some celebrity birthdays. And
apparently we have like Duck Dynasty roller derby going on down below us. I'm not sure.
I thought it was like it looks like that midnight bowling we used to go to in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, he looks like the guy that was missing 3 fingers that used to go fix the pins in the machines.
I was going to say at Lynch's age, this is midnight bowling right now. Yeah, you remember him.
Come on,
give him a Stavi hello.
Hi.
Welcome, motherfuckers, to Dysfunction Junction.
What's this? It's Lynch ordering 5 beers.
Well, we can get that out of the way. I'm Chris Burns. Below me in the lower square, he is the Possum King himself, the one, the only,
Mick Lynch.
with a microphone he's playing with, and it's starting to drive us nuts. The producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. He's got a brisket in his basket, and he's going to steal your fucking casket. Big Herm, Michael P.S. Herman.
What is up?
So before we get started with weird and wacky things in history that happened either today or this week, I saw a piece of disturbing video this week, and I haven't been able to sleep since. And I was wondering, Herm, if you could play it and maybe explain what this video is.
Let me see if I can find where it is in the video. All right, so I
Okay.
want to start with snapshots.
Mhm.
Let's see if I
Okay.
can find where the fuck everybody comes up on stage. All right, that's when I came up on stage.
Now you know
Oh,
why I find it
oh.
disturbing.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
I'll
no,
flatten this out a little bit. There we go.
no.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to share it. I'm not playing it yet, but I will share it just so we see right now.
Okay.
I'm going to share.
Parental guidance suggested.
But we'll be completely fucking ignored. If we have any
You
children
must be
watching
this
this, we're in
tall.
trouble.
You must be this tall. Arrived in
Actually,
Dysfunction
not. It's already posted that it's not rated for children. It's not a children's show. Do not let children watch it.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get a call from an angry parent of a 12-year-old going, "Mom, what's burlesque?"
It's an art form, child.
It is an art form, not for 12-year-olds. Unless you go to that club in New Zealand with Banana C.
Mom,
All right,
Mom,
so-
what's your thunder cunt?
All right, so this is these two ladies to my right on the screen, or to my left. They were to my right on the stage. To my left on
Yes.
screen, it was their birthdays. They had a
Our
bachelor-
left, your right. Yes.
Well, we had a bachelorette party, and the one in the middle was her birthday.
Happy birthday. Did you get her number so I could call?
No,
She looks kinda cute.
I was with my wife, bro. Come on now, stop.
She knows you're the best wingman in the business. Stop it.
Yeah, no, I ain't pulling numbers like that. Come on now.
She knows the game.
Come on now. Come on.
All right, continue
Come on
with
now.
your description.
Hunt your own turkey.
I do every day, but they keep finding a way out of the basement.
So somehow, I don't know how, I ended up on stage, and that's where we are here. So then we move forward, and are you guys seeing it change
Yes.
a little? Okay,
Yep.
so
I see it
they came
around.
out and they did some stuff, and they showed us a move. All right, like there's a move, like there's a move. Go there. Teaching us some burlesque moves. Showing my wife, and I'm gonna beat her ass when I get home. There we are. All right, so then we go further, and we get a little bit, and then everybody does their own little thing. All right, we get that one. We get that one, and then they call her up.
You're contractually after.
Okay. All right. Well, you're getting ready to get on stage. Get over here.
Hurry, baby. Come on back. Come on. You gotta get center stage, baby.
Oh, you made money. Nice.
Up and handed me $1. This is me tucking it into
Come on this way. Come on, let's work
tongue.
it
I had
back.
the tongue.
Okay.
Let's
Give
get
us
one
some
hot
music.
here.
Give it up for
The
Big
song
Bird.
choice by the DJ was exquisite.
Here we go, Herb. Here we go,
Yeah. All right,
At this point, my
Get
wife
that
is
leg
there.
peel,
So
baby.
I'm
Use the
basically
video now.
directly to my
Use the
left.
lead. Don't pull the titties out, Herb. For the love of God, Herb.
Listen,
There aren't children here.
there are children here.
Fuck.
So that was our
right.
that was the highlight of that show.
I have an observation.
The
to
fact
make.
that people were running up and throwing money it was good. It was good for my ego that night. It was.
I'm just gonna let here. You know what? You might honestly deserve that for getting up in public and shaking your ass. I have an observation to make. With all the cheering that was going on for you, either one of three things is true. one, your wife has the ability to make herself sound like 35, 40 people. Two, everyone in that room was drunk. Or three, everyone in that room was off their meds. But I'm glad you had a good time. It looked like you had
all three of those. It was a very safe space. So, in regards that, because of the environment it was, everybody there could cut loose. You didn't have to be
That's
stodgy.
good.
Like, you know what I mean? Like anything went there. The host, the host was drag. Connie Lingus was the host.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, with the horns.
Of all the
I
shitty puns,
I fucked with her all night because I was right in the fucking front row. I deliberately took the front row so I could fuck with them. And they took it so well. As you could see, they were great when they brought me up, and it was a great night. But yeah, feel free to go like 51 minutes in at the cryptids at the Burleby on YouTube and watch a Herm shake his ass for $1. I support single moms.
There you go.
Look,
go ahead, please.
You said it, Hermas. A place like that is kind of safe. You don't feel like you're going to be judged.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it is so. Like, nobody was judged. That's the whole thing. Like,
right.
The staff there was excellent, but the bartender, she was definitely not born that way. All right.
No,
I'm just saying. The manager was the bar manager. She
got people yelling shit out like it's the fucking Jerry Springer show.
She was not born that way, but and I'm not saying that to point it out. I'm saying
I know what you're doing.
That was the run of the mill there. That was very safe and open and okay there. So nobody felt the only reason is that I felt secure enough that nobody was really judging me. We were all just there to have the same fucking good time.
Oh, there's a place in Providence where I've seen punk shows. Yes, I've gone to punk shows. Not a huge punk fan. I think it's Safaris. It's not far from Lupo's. Help me out with this, Lynch.
Yep.
And I'm in my usual battle attire: black t-shirt, blue jeans, black boots. I am the farthest thing from punk. But I met, like you just said, you're not born this way. I've met trans people there. I've met crazy motherfuckers.
Like there was an old school cross-dressing vaudevillian magician there.
I love it.
Great act.
And I've said this before about these kind of spaces, whether it's your punk rock bar or this burlesque cabaret that you went to, as long as you know what you're getting into, just let it loose, man. Have a good time. I made so many cool friends at Safaris that if I ran into them today, although it's 25 years after the fact since I went to my last punk show, I'm sure they're still the coolest motherfuckers, except now that Mohawk is gray and their titty nipple things, the barbells are probably around their knees right now. But either way, still some cool fucking people.
Yeah, I mean, like unless you have like, if you have, and I'm not using this word indiscriminately, unless you have a phobia of certain types.
I know what you're saying it the right way.
Then that this might not be the place for you to go and enjoy the show.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But if you're not down to judge anybody for any fucking reason at all, I would suggest go there and enjoy the place.
Oh yeah.
The drink prices were great, right on bank. I mean, like specialty martini was $14.
Mm-hmm.
Not much. Beers were like $6.
Yeah.
Not crazy. And it starts out as a bar, and then the show starts, and then when the show empties, it becomes an awesome fucking nightclub. And now you and all the bar staff, there's a downstairs dance floor, there's upstairs bars. The place just opens up. It's kind of subterranean, very speakeasy-ish, built into the basement of an old building-ish, industrial catwalks. It's a really cool place. I'd highly suggest checking the fucking place out if you're ever in Colorado Springs.
The closest thing I've ever done to that was when I lived in Vermont, and it was right at the beginning of where Steph and I were getting ready to get a divorce, and a friend of mine who I worked with at the security company said, "We're going to Burlington. There's this show you need to see. There's like a Cher impersonator and a Tina Turner impersonator." And I'm thinking, okay, cool. It's like, a tribute night. No, I
was a
walked up
drag
to the
show.
building.
That's a drag show.
The name of the show was Dragnarok.
Right.
And it was the coolest fucking experience because I'm a huge fan of Tina Turner. You guys know this. I liked Madonna. Not a huge fan of Cher. Anybody can do that throaty bullshit, but these people, these men, put on the best version of these entertainers that I had seen in a long time. It was very, very much a good time, and I had a blast. I kind of, I'm not stodgy, like you said. I'm not, stuffed shirt. It's hard to be when I do part of a show called One Star Strip Club Reviews, but I definitely wasn't expecting it. And I'm glad that I went in with no expectations after seeing the name. There's a reason why Craig didn't tell me the name because I
Right.
wouldn't go. But I
Right.
did. I was like, Craig, if I'd have known I would have had this much fun, I would have gone to this like 5 times before. This is fan-fucking-tastic. It was fun.
Well, and you see, sometimes your own fear it can cripple you in not experiencing shit like that. Step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. I mean,
And
do I make...
Here's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
here's the unique thing between the three of us. I can pretty much assuredly say that we weren't friends with one particular clique in the school. We knew a
No.
little bit of everybody because to us, everybody kind of mattered. And how boring is it to hang out with the same group of people that all think the same and do the same thing?
Oh, it sucks because in the same world where I was friends with like the science nerds, I could be friends with the jocks. I could be friends with the rock and roll guys. I still to this day, and Herm and I have had this conversation over for now 35, almost 40 years. We can't pinpoint ourselves to a particular clique or a societal function of high school because we kind of broke those barriers. We liked everybody, and by the same token, we hated everybody.
Well, it gave us perspective into what kind of people do I want to surround myself with.
Mm-hmm.
And
one of the
become
dorkiest kids in
gratitude.
my high school became quite the decorated state trooper, and one of the most jockiest jocks that ever jocked ended up falling on his ass and had hard times. And unfortunately, I don't wish death on anybody unless you rape babies or commit terrorist acts. He unfortunately passed away of cancer. But to see where he went after high school was like, wow, this is like the guy everybody thought would be super successful, either in sport or in some sort of business. And he just wasn't. He lived in a trailer in Groton.
Oh, it's interesting to see the trajectory of people, and especially like 30 years after. I mean, I have reconnected with people from high school that are on a path that I never expected. And then there's some that stayed exactly right where I figured they would be.
Mm-hmm. When I first got to Ledyard High School, I was a sophomore, and I met a senior named Chris. And 2 years later, he put out his first rock and roll album. And he had a pretty successful band, if you consider success in Japan being successful. But he had one record that hit stateside, and it was 99 on the charts. But hey, he made the Hot 100. It's better than a lot of people from my high school have ever done.
Yep.
So if you ever want to look it up, Chris Impellitteri, his family is still big in the New London area.
Yep. He was one hell of a guitar player, man.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
He's still doing
very
it.
decent. Very decent.
From what
Very decent.
he was decent then. The last time I saw him was about a year after graduation. He came back. He went out to LA. He came back for about 2-3 months because I guess somebody in his family got sick. They were still running the funeral home in New London.
Yeah.
And we got together and it was great. And then he went back to LA and made the Stand in Line record. Oh, by the way, talk about how rock and roll and all of this, because you mentioned him recently, Lynch. Guess who sang on that record for him?
Who sang on Stand in
On
Line?
Impelliteri's Stand in Line.
I don't know.
Graham Bonnet.
That's right.
Yep. And
Holy
Chuck
shit,
Wright
that's
from
right.
Quiet Riot played bass.
That I knew.
Yep. Pat Torpy was a part of that band. It was like this all-star band, but it was Chris's record.
Well, probably one of the best albums of that genre in that time period.
Agreed. Now that we're boring the piss out of Herm, congratulations on your stage stripping cabaret debut.
Right.
Come here and collect all these ones that I threw out at you. There's probably about 13 ones sitting here on my computer right now.
Woohoo.
I got a bunch of quarters laying around. That's
Or
all I
make it
got.
hail.
That's right.
Make it
He doesn't
hail,
make it
baby.
rain, he makes it hail. All right.
Oh,
So-
hell no.
So last week we said we want to do a segment. Lynch has turned this into an entire show. So today, let's do weird and wacky history moments. And I guess now is a good enough time as any. Chris, what we did was when you got up to fix the fish tank and it took you 45 minutes to do so, we started the show. We started the show a little bit early. And people got to hear us mess with you while you were gone. Not the good stuff, though. When you were rifling through the garbage, they didn't hear that conversation.
No, they missed that, and I am sorry for them.
That was
How did I not notice?
Yeah, I mean, there was no countdown, there was no nothing. We just played the music and kept going.
I'm too stoned already. I don't know.
We were already
know.
live.
Oh, look, there's one with meat on it.
With me on it.
No, I'm like, where the fuck did I put my phone? And I made a mental
Well,
note. Grab
thing,
it.
you were wandering around and you're like looking under shit, and like you got that old sweatshirt and it's loose and not zipped up, and I'm like, and you can't hear us, so I'm like, he looks like an old homeless man rifling through fucking trash cans. And Chris is watching the screen and he says,
You should start the show right this moment.
Start the show.
We can't unsee this.
We can't unsee this. We should just start the show. It's too
This
bad.
is after we made a couple jokes. Like, I think it was before we went hot.
And then like
did
he's
he-
rifling through the trash and he's like, oh, look, there's a chicken bone with meat on it.
And I said, if he's only unplugging the fishbowl, either he lost his balance, his feet are on the ground, his head is in the fishbowl. I can't swim.
I had to go out to my fucking car. You shit.
I'm like, or he's outside at the neighbor's yard digging through their trash now, and he just got on a side mission and has forgot what his original quest was in the game,
He was
He got
feeding.
lost
He
on a
was
side quest, bro.
he was feeding the 10-year community behind his house. What are you doing? Oh my god. Anyway, let's start some weird and wacky history. Why am I getting a bad echo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Is one of you watching the show on a device?
I am, but it's all the way turned down as usual.
All right.
Nope. Not I.
All right. Anyway,
All right.
this was your idea. Why don't you start?
Yeah, let me flash. This is why I needed my phone, because I got shit on my phone.
So do I, but unlike you, I didn't dig mine out of the Montville landfill.
I was just gonna say, did you get a good deal at the landfill?
Shut the fuck up. 5-yard penalty, loss of 2 downs,
That's fine. I'm surprised it wasn't
and
10, so I'll take the 5.
automatically lose the game anyway.
I expected it to be 10, so the 5's a better option.
Oh, with that, when he says you automatically lose the game, that must be a Falcons penalty.
I was just gonna say, that's the Atlanta rule.
Yeah, it is. Intentional grounding seems to be our forte lately.
Man,
Yeah.
you can throw that fucking ball at the ground like nobody. You can hit the ground every fucking time, bro.
3 weeks, 3 fourth quarter penalties, all intentional grounding.
All the same thing. This motherfucker literally every week is like, fuck it.
And they're getting rid of kickers like it's nobody's business. Here's an idea: get a quarterback that's not going to get us 5 fucking stupid penalties per game.
Right. The kicker on the Falcons is doing so much work right now this season. Like, normally the kicker's like, I'm out on the field like twice, maybe 3 times a game. He's like, brother, I'm on the field 23 times last week.
In the New England game, when Romo misses the kick, I looked at my buddy and I said, you know who wouldn't have missed that kick? Young Ho. This week, the new kid hits everything. And I'm like, that's the closest we're going to get to Young Ho. Then I watched the Bears game against the Giants. Guess who's on the starting lineup now? Young Ho. Doesn't miss a goddamn kick. I'm saying I bet Arthur Blank is sitting in his cozy-ass fucking chair calling Raheem Morris saying, can you come up to my office and bring everything in your desk, please? Because you're fucking fired. I hope they fire that prick.
Yeah,
anyway, weird and wacky history time.
Well, I'm going to just gotta start off with a couple of notable born on this day. George Patton.
Wow.
Kurt Vonnegut and Demi Moore.
Oh, see, if we're going to start with birthdays, I also have some birthdays that I dug up. Born on this day, Leonardo DiCaprio, 51 years ago. John Batiste, 39 years ago. I don't know how she still looks this way after 61 years, but Callista Flockhart was born on this day, as was Stanley Tucci celebrates his 65th birthday today, and in heaven, having a great birthday, Mirth from Earth, Mr. Jonathan Winters.
Yes.
It's funny you started out with birthdays. Jonathan Winters could do no wrong. Any role he touched was fucking gold.
Yeah, he was very funny. I loved him as a kid.
His sister was annoying as shit. Shelley Winters.
Yes.
All right, what do you got for some history today?
Some history. In November 11th, 1942, the draft age was lowered to 18 years old. And then they raised the upper limit to 37 years old.
Yes. Yes, it's been lowered now. Again, after 28, you don't worry about it.
Nope.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What does it really matter at that point, right? Dukes of Hazzard. This is an interesting fact.
I saw this one.
1978, November 11th. The stuntman on the Georgia set of the Dukes of Hazzard launches the show's iconic automobile, the Dodge Charger, named the General Lee. A record. It was a record jump. That jump was 16 feet high, 82 feet long.
And what happened at the end of it? I fucking clicked back on me. The car was rendered totaled.
Yes.
Yeah, every single one of those jumps totaled every single car that they did it.
That's why they only filmed a few.
Well, they did a bunch of them, and the problem.
Yeah, and they were all used as stock footage.
They ran a bunch of them, but it was every time they ran one of those, they wrecked cars. And if you go back and watch, you actually find out that they went through they went through hundreds of cars to make that show for the 4 or 5 years.
But the 15 or 20 shots that they used in stock footage were the best of the best.
Yeah. They also didn't always use Dodge Chargers. They were other Chrysler or Plymouth products that they kind of just modified to make look like a Charger, especially if it's for if it wasn't for a hero shot, like up close, it was just a background shot. They would just cobble together and spray it with that fucking orange paint. I mean, the Charger was like a undesirable car, a hot rod to have, but that show made it popular again.
Oh yeah,
and
it was the rebirth of the Charger.
Well, on the tail end of the Dukes of Hazzard,
that's the thing is it was the Challenger,
right?
The Charger was a completely different car, but they used Chargers as painted red because it was similar in body style. But the Challenger before the General Lee was nobody really cared for it. It wasn't really a muscle car.
That's what I meant. The Challenger.
It was considered more of like a family car, like a 2-door roadster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the tail end of the Dukes of Hazzard's run is when Dodge / Chrysler kind of tried to reuse the Charger name tag of a little fucking 4-cylinder, like sewing machine engine. Nah, that didn't work so well. But yeah, that was I thought that was interesting. Right, I figured you would have found that too, Chris.
I did, and I stopped myself from keeping it because I was like, I have a feeling Lynch is going to touch this one. I really thought that.
Touch this one? Where? That's all I got for right now. Go ahead, Chris. What do you got?
I'll start with my big one. I was watching a documentary a few weeks ago, and I was back in the chat thread on Small Town Murder. It wasn't something that they covered, but it came up in the chat thread. And when I looked back on the chat thread, today's date came up. Do you know who Dorothea Helen Puente is? Probably
No.
not.
No.
But if you're a sick fuck like me, you know that Dorothea Helen Puente is a convicted American serial killer. In the 1980s, she ran a boarding house in Sacramento, and it was open to elderly and mentally disabled people. It was a boarding house, but it was
Oh, is
also
she
like
the one that killed them, buried in the backyard, and take their
Yes!
Social
It
Security?
took their Social
and their shit?
Security. Yes.
She had,
You
like,
know.
she had, like, yeah, she had like 13 different checks from like a dozen different people coming in. She would move them in, take over their money, take over their finances, then kill them and continue getting their money. And she buried them all in the backyard.
Yes, she did. Her total murder count reached 9. She was convicted of 3. The other 6 came up to a hung jury. The newspapers dubbed her the Death House Landlady, and her apprehension date was November 11th, 1988. She died in 2011 at who gives a fuck how old, because that woman was evil as fuck.
Sorry. So you brought that name up. I'm like, why is it familiar? Because I saw that same fact and just kind of
Did you
forgot about it.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't
like,
have that on. I didn't have that on my list until it came up in the Small Town Murder chat.
I said, who the fuck is that? And then I just kept going.
And now you know.
And now you know. The more you know.
Well, I'll throw one more out there. Today, obviously, is Veterans Day. And on this day in 1918, the armistice deal between the Allies and Germany went into effect on the 11th day of the 11th month at the 11th hour, 11 a.m., thus ending, for like all intent and purposes, ending World War I. Or at the time, they called it the Great War.
The Great
I
War.
don't know what's so great about war. It's kind of like the Civil War. What's civil about fucking war? But yep, it ended. It basically, they had already signed the treaty, and everything went into effect at 11 a.m. on November 11th, thus ending what we know as World War I.
Yeah, I get a kick out of people like, well, what's the significance of November 11th? I was like, okay.
Well, some
How do you
people
not
are
know
just
that? How do you not at least accidentally remember that?
because some people fell asleep in high school and didn't pay attention, or they don't read books. Because there's a great book about the end of World War I that I love.
What's the name?
I wish I knew. I'd have to go upstairs and rifle through my books and take a picture of it and send it to you.
Can you figure it out? When you have
I
time?
will. It's probably in the big box.
The big box.
Well, there's the big box with shit I read years ago, and then there's the stuff that I've only bought in the last 6 years that stay out until I get a new big box and have to replace all these books with new ones. So there you go.
It's an
You got
addiction.
anything else? What else you got?
Oh, fucking hate this phone sometimes.
You just go to the landfill, get a new one.
Listen,
While you're there, pick up a chair and some new computer parts.
eat my ball sack.
Do what now?
Eat my ball sack.
No, thank you.
What was the other one? Oh, this was the 1921, the dedication to the tomb of the unknown soldier.
Cool.
Very, very significant event.
What was his name?
We don't know.
Johnny.
Bill. What? Oh, it's a cute baby. What's his name? Ben.
Mike
Carlos.
Witz. Mike
Witz. He was from Boston.
Senior.
Junior the third.
Figure it the fuck out and shut up.
On this day, In 1957, Sun Records released the single Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis. It holds the distinction at the time for being the first record to sell 1 million copies in 10 days.
Wow, that's fucking crazy.
Isn't it? For
What year was that?
1957.
1957.
Yeah, you were 6.
Yeah, fuck you. Now, not so surprising, but
No.
back then, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because radio was very localized. There wasn't like national syndication.
No, and if there were, it was bicycled. What was the guy's name back in the day? Alan Freed?
Yeah.
My mother would talk about Alan Freed, and he would record on like a Monday or a Tuesday when the charts would come out, and they'd bicycle these tapes all over the country. So when you heard it on Saturday, you think it's fresh and it's new and it's exciting. That shit's 6 days old. And we live in a very microwave dinner community now, where if you don't get it in the first 6 seconds, you're late.
Right.
This stuff back then, in 6 days, that was the new shit.
Right. So a lot of local influential DJs, especially in the South, that were promoting rock and roll and country music, they would play to their own tastes. They didn't have a boss telling them you need to play this record, or the artist would just walk in and say, "Hey, I just cut this. Can you play this for me?" So like the artist actually had the power to make a difference in his record, or his manager could. You can't do that now.
No,
because really, I think the record industry, it only exists in title, because I don't think any recording deal that an artist makes today, it's a nonprofit game. All the money is made in the touring and merchandising, where even still the artist doesn't get a great deal. They get a decent cut, but there's so many layers between audience member to artist, and where all that money goes from your hands to the artist on stage, and then it's maybe split 5-6 ways.
Now here we are in 2025, and we're still talking about Great Balls of Fire, and it's a song that just about everybody knows. It's played in so many movies. It's played at almost every sporting event. But speaking of sporting events, if you've ever been to Yankee Stadium and they get to the 7th inning stretch, they don't play "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" like every other fucking ballpark on earth. The YMCA guys come out a little bit later, but that's when Robert Shepard used to come on, and now it's the new guy who's very bland. And Robert Shepard would say, "And now we ask you to rise as we listen to Kate Smith sing God Bless America." Today, in 1939, Kate Smith sang God Bless America live for the very first time. And I wish she hadn't. I wish she hadn't.
Yeah, it's one of those songs where you're just like, all right, I've heard it once.
That's right. Can you get somebody else to sing?
Yeah, and everybody puts their own little spin on it.
Of course.
Same thing with the national anthem.
Oh well.
Whatever. Whatever, man. Can't make everybody happy.
But did you know that it was on this day in 1926 that the United States numbered highway system began?
I didn't.
Well, now you know.
That was Eisenhower.
It started in 26. Eisenhower came later. He put it down and said, "This is how it's going to be." But it started in 26. I think that was the Wilson administration, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Eisenhower was the administration where they went to the evens, odds.
Yes.
And way and stopped being like County Road 24 and
right. And that's why you see on every highway in America, it's the Eisenhower interstate system.
Yeah, the odd number highways go one way, the even number highways go the other way.
Yep.
Very simple. You should be able to determine whether you're going north or south.
East to west, and odds are north to south.
Yes, you should be able to determine if you're going north or south. If it ends in a 5, you're probably going north or south.
That is correct. What else you got?
So notable, I think, Chris, you may already know this, but it's November 11th, 1864. On orders from the Union General Sherman, Union soldiers begin destroying everything in Atlanta.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and that was a huge hit to Georgia. It's a huge blow to the Confederacy during the Civil War, and it's kind of what started to turn the tide. Being a war buff and all, I know you're pretty up on that.
I didn't know what day it was on, but I knew that it was around this time. So check me out.
Look at you, big brain on Burns.
I know, right? But did you know that in 2004, on this date, Yasser Arafat passed away, the first president of the Palestine nation, and won the Nobel Peace Prize? Well, Nobel laureate. Sorry. Ha ha! Suck it sideways.
Do I have to?
No.
That's good. Thank you. He's no bueno.
You're welcome.
Another historical event here.
Yeah, I had one, but I have to go back. It was a long time ago. Robert Vaughn also died on this day in 2016.
Oh no shit.
Where is it? It's back in the tens. I have it on a list here. Hold on. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh, the Cap Run disaster happened today in 2000. 155 skiers and snowboarders died when a cable car catches fire in a tunnel in Austria.
No shit.
Boy, you guys came here for a fun time. We're talking about people burning to death. Look at us.
I mean, fire is not funny typically.
Fire.
Well, when Beavis and Butthead are talking about it, it's probably usually pretty fucking funny.
I got you.
Yeah. God damn it.
Now we just take
What
cookies out of the
What
oven.
is going on here?
I don't know, but when Lynch was 15 years old in 1028, Constantine VIII died, ending his uninterrupted reign as emperor of the Byzantine Empire for 66 years.
Well, that's a good run.
It's a hell of a run. Let's see who else was born on this day. I like the births. I also like the deaths that happen on. You guys know I've always done the death pool. Let's find out who else was born on this day, if anybody important. Let's see. 1493. No, nobody cares. Don't know who you are. Keep going. Nope. Well, Lynch is failing us because it's his story now.
The fucking bookmark went away. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Shit happens. Life goes on. Let's see. You said George Patton was born today. We got over that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's anybody else. The American actor Pat O'Brien, who died in 1983, was born on this day in 1899.
Jesus Christ.
He was in over 200 films and plays.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Isn't it? Back in the day,
see.
you could do shit like that. Kurt Vonnegut, you said. 1620.
The
How
Mayflower.
old was Lynch?
2 years before that.
Okay.
The Mayflower Compact was signed by the Pilgrims after landing at Cape Cod, an important early governing document for Plymouth Colony and early American, settlement. 1961, astronaut Alan Shepard became the first American in space with a 15-minute suborbital flight. Uh, 1973, the Wounded Knee occupation by American Indians ended with their surrender after 10 weeks.
Interesting. I got an interesting birthday for you. If you grew up in the 80s, you know his work. Born on this day in 1948, Robert John Mutt Lang was born on November 11th.
Oh shit.
Yep. And if we're going for the week, 2 days ago was the 9th, obviously, because 9 comes before 10 and 11. 35 years ago today, I was at Madison Square Garden It was Kiss, Slaughter, and Winger, and that marked the last live performance of Eric Carr before his death a year later.
Here's a good one
Go ahead.
for music fans.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly 100 years ago today, in 1925,
Mm-hmm.
Louis Armstrong and his Hot Five began their very first recording session in Chicago.
Ooh, that is a good one.
In 1946, the New York Knickerbockers played their first home game in the Basketball Association of America.
Nice. If you're a fan of wrestling, and this is not one of Herm's favorites, probably not until he changed his gimmick, Billy Gunn was born on this day in 1963. It had the shittiest gimmick ever until he changed his gimmick.
Ooh, 1985, the very first AIDS-themed TV movie, An Early Frost, aired in the U.S. on NBC.
Ooh,
I remember that.
I heard
also
the name.
Also this week in history, 1969, Sesame Street first broadcast on FSB.
Wow, that's some
or
big shit.
WPBS in Boston. 1969.
Wow.
Yep. And it's still going strong. Created
Yeah, it is.
a dynasty.
Do you remember the blonde kid from Alice, Tommy?
Yes.
Well, that's Philip McKeon. He was born on this day in 1964, although he died in 2019.
Yeah, isn't that Nancy McKean's brother?
Yes,
Are
it
they-
is.
Are they related?
Yes, they are. They're brother and sister. I'm looking up birthdays. This is fun. Let's see. Nope.
Oh, here's a little sports trivia for you.
Okay.
In this week, NHL Montreal Canadiens shut out the Washington Capitals 11-0, 1974.
That's a big number.
11-zip in a hockey game. It's hockey.
That to me is like playing NHL on the Xbox, and you're that good.
Yeah.
Because I know plenty of times I get to the end and the little announcer comes on, and here's our score: the Bruins 15, the Islanders 2.
Also, I believe this week in history is 1975. Pong is first introduced into like Sears and JCPenney and all that shit.
Really?
As a home video game system.
Nice.
Yeah. Thus creating the video game console.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he's having a great time in jail today, but Mark Sanchez was born on this day in 1986.
November 29th, 1972, sir.
Oh, it was a couple years ago.
He did say this month.
Yeah.
No, I
wrong year.
I'm just giving him. I'm like, he actually said this week, and then I checked, and it was released in November 29th, 1972.
Ah,
I thought it was the middle, just before Thanksgiving.
No, they dropped that motherfucker right after Thanksgiving and kicked off that. If you look and go back, that was the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Well, look how far that's come in all that time to where we have now for video game consoles and computing. I mean, was never a huge gamer. The only reason I started playing on Xbox was because I'm lazy and I didn't want to fire up the computer. And I didn't have to upgrade my Xbox. So I console gamed for a while, but I usually played Madden, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, shit like that. I'm a first person shooter kind of guy in sports. And I'm going back to be PC gaming now. I fucking miss it. I don't realize how much better of a gamer I am on the PC than I am sitting on a console. But anyway, I digest.
I'm sure you do.
Quite well. I'm trying I'm trying to think of when the term Black Friday was invented.
I don't know, but I do know that I know the meaning of it, and a lot of people don't. They don't get it. It's when, retail, who usually operates on a loss for most of the year, finally go into the black, and they make their year's nut between the day after Thanksgiving and the 31st of December.
Yeah,
Actually, there's two meanings.
Why not? What's the second one?
All right, there is one, a -1 from the Philadelphia police, describing post-Thanksgiving chaos and traffic. That is,
okay.
they have a reference to that. And then there's the other one where you're moving the retail moving from losing money in the red to making money in the black.
Ah,
It makes sense.
Negative definition first happened in the 50s and 60s, while the positive profitability meaning was popularized by retails beginning in the 80s to rebrand the day as a major shopping event.
gotcha.
I was going to say, I think it was invented in our youth, that term.
Yep, in the 80s, retailers embraced and reframed the term to have a more positive meaning in the black. The day their yearly sales pushed them into profitability.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it was, just it was a marketing ploy.
A very clever one. Very clever one. Whereas now, as every day is Black Friday with Amazon and all these other places now this time of year. They're already running all their Black Friday sales.
Did you know that on this day in 2008, 18-year-old Taylor Swift released her second album?
I did not know that.
There you go.
No, I did not.
In 1982, on this day, Prince begins his 1999 world tour, named after the album, not the year. You can't tour in 82 and 99 on the same tour. Morris Day and the Time and Vanity 6 were the opening acts.
Morris motherfucking Day.
That's right. Sent down by God herself.
Morris Day and the motherfucking
time. In 2011, on this day, Black Sabbath announced they'll reunite with their original lineup for a new album in 2012, and the press conference was hosted by the future president of the United States, Henry Rollins.
One can only hope.
Yes. Rollins Ventura, 2028.
He can stay in Mexico.
Couldn't do any worse than we're getting now.
That's why I said what I said.
I said it, motherfucker. I said it.
It was like it could be worse. Really? How?
It could be much worse.
and what like where? How?
One of our favorite things to say is speculation. 50 cents will get you a cup of coffee. I say, well, how would it have gone if the other one won? We don't know.
Don't know.
And
I never draw that line.
I know you don't, but you know many people do.
Well, it could have been worse. Well, it could. Well, I don't know if it could have been worse. I know it could have been different. I know there could have been their own worse. What I'm talking about most of the time, and when people that do that, and I know that you're not, is, I'm looking at right now.
Oh, you have to.
Because anything
if I hear one more jackass say it would have been so much better. Really, this. You have a crystal ball. You're a
no. I mean,
people.
This? Of course. I mean, there's
wishful
hope,
thinking.
Hope is not now. So you kind of got to tailor your hope to reality sometimes.
Hope doesn't pay the bills.
Right.
No.
If you're a music guy,
it does if you're the church.
Right. That's called faith, not hope. There's a difference.
In your pockets.
Hope is Faith's sister. You remember the three sisters, Faith, Hope, and Charity? They went to Ledgerd.
Yeah.
If you hated this song as much as I did, on this day in 1978, we wanted to start stabbing people. Donna Summer's disco version of MacArthur Park hit number 2 and went number 1 the next week. I hate that fucking song. You know the line, right?
You're not alone.
Someone left a cake out in the rain.
I know.
Fuck that song.
I like
Someone
it.
left a
'cause
cow out in the
I like
rain?
that.
What?
I
Of
like it.
course you do.
I like it because fuck pastry. We do real cooking around here.
Hey, a good cake is a good cake.
Fuck pastry.
On this day in 1971, Alice Cooper released I'm 18. It was his first top 40 hit. And the song connects with young people in America who could have been drafted to fight in Vietnam, but are too young to drink or vote.
Amen.
There you go. Nobody gives a fuck about the Beatles. On this day in 1964, Tom Jones records the greatest song perhaps he's ever written. It's Not Unusual.
It's not unusual.
You know what? Let's go back to that because I'm perfectly okay with letting 18-year-olds drink when they
Same.
complain about. Wait. Now, see, the thing is that when you go into the army and you get drafted, they don't just throw you a gun and tell you to run that way. They train
you.
So if you want to be 18, you're going to have to go through 8 weeks of boot camp training to drink.
Oh, and trust me when I tell you,
we don't just my man, here's a gun. You're going to be fighting people that are over there to the right. Run that way and shoot anybody coming at you. That's not really how we do that. But that's how they want us to approach hey, you're 18, now go.
Yeah,
go
just here's a gun and go. Yeah, it's
right,
not like that at all.
But with beer, but we won't do that with a gun. So,
right. Trust me when I tell you this. I don't know how it is now, but 35 years ago in Augusta, Georgia, all you had to do was have a uniform on, and they never checked your ID for beer.
Right.
Ever. They didn't care. They were thankful for what you were training to do. And if you were in Fort Gordon at that time doing advanced individual training, they didn't care. We bought copious amounts of beer and drank copious amounts of beer. And there were nights I didn't know the name of the person lying next to me. Male, female, or they, them. I don't care. I threw that one in.
My other hand?
What?
Where's my other hand?
It's not that. Those aren't pillows.
Those aren't pillows.
Oh my Lord! I'm running out of shit. Come on, Lynch. This was your gimmick.
I'm a looking. I'm a cooking. Do.
Dun, dun,
1983,
dun, dun.
Marvelous Marvin Hagler retains middleweight boxing title with a 15-round unanimous points decision over Roberto Duran.
I was going to say that has to be the Duran fight. That was a war.
I don't remember seeing it live, but I remember rewatching it years later.
Again, going back to the world of tape, going back to the world of tape delay. That fight, if I'm doing my math right, happened on a Friday, and then Wide World of Sports had it the next day, obviously on ABC at like noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So you'd watch your cartoons, your wrestling, and then my dad's like, "Hey, you want to watch the fight?" Sure. That was a war. That of the fights in the 80s, when you talk about middleweights, the Hagler Duran fight and who did Hagler fight? Was that Sugar Ray?
Yeah.
In 86, 87?
Yeah.
Another fucking war. And
I was in 8th grade when that one happened.
Yes. I was in 9th grade. So yeah, you're a year behind me. That makes sense.
We were actually in Washington, D.C. on the Washington trip when that fight happened. And the hotel had HBO. It was awesome.
I loved those two fights. And if you remember the Hagler-Leonard fight, Hagler was, I don't want to say toying with him, but he was winning that fight on the scorecard. And in the 14th and 15th, Leonard found his second win and threw those barrage of punches. Going into the 15th, as they're counting down, he hears the tap, tap, tap on the table, meaning 10 seconds to go. And he let loose this flurry that won him that fight. JR's in the comment section. What up, JR? How you doing? On this day in history, on this day in history, JR was in the comment section. There we go.
Word.
Here's a pretty important one that I kind of glossed over. This week in history, 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
Can we get the video of Hasselhoff singing on the Berlin? No, don't do that.
Please don't.
I've been looking for freedom. I remember watching that shit on television, and he had that sparkly. He was Chris Jericho before Chris Jericho was cool with the light up jacket. David Lee Roth had one, but there was fucking Hasselhoff singing. He's hit. The fact that we make that joke to this day, Hasselhoff's huge in Germany. That showed how huge he was.
The Germans love that.
People ate that shit up.
My cousin was in Germany when that happened.
No shit.
Yeah,
that had to have been an event.
She took tons and tons and tons of photos. So
I feel bad. I feel
she
bad.
Came back,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She had a hell of a story to tell.
Of course.
She was living there. I want to say she was studying abroad, like for college, and the events unfolded. What are you giggling at?
I was gonna say I studied abroad once, and it turned out to be the worst 4 years of my life. Somebody had to make the broad joke because Marsh isn't here.
Listen, you deserve this. You deserve this.
After you do that, watch Herm's face. I deserve this, but he's not going to do anything. I'll tell my story. Years ago, I earned that. So about 140 years ago, we're all sitting around drinking, talking about what we would do if we were president of the United States. Yes, I've been into politics that long. Herm and I would talk politics in the 90s. And our friend Chad was born on a military installation in London, England, which basically means if he wanted to, he could become president. But he hadn't gotten that information through his skull. And he said, I could never be president, but I was born abroad. And I looked at him, I said, yeah, but since the operation, you look fine.
Oh my God.
1993 in Herm's apartment on Laurel Hill. And he probably had tuna helper and yacked over the rail of the back porch.
That's a good line, man. That's a good line.
I still use that on him to this day. I haven't talked to Chad in a couple months, but I'll remind him that he was born abroad.
Heard.
But your tits look great.
Here's where I feel bad. Germany has given us the Scorpions, Rammstein, and some really great musical acts. And what did we give them? David fucking Hasselhoff.
I think it's a fair trade.
No, we got the better end of the deal. That's like, hey, Herm, I'm going to give you a 68 Cadillac all trimmed out, and all I want in return is that Pinto wagon. That's not a fair trade, bro.
It is a fair trade. It's a fair deal if both people in the deal leave happy with their.
I don't think the Germans were really happy. We're happy.
Have you seen the way them fuckers act for him? Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
We could have done better. We could have done better. I feel bad for
them.
them.
They could have done better. We gave them what they wanted.
The music scene was so bad the Scorpions were like, yeah, we need to leave. This is terrible.
It's terrible. They're bringing Hasselhoff now.
Right? We have no place here. We have to go to America and make millions.
Also of significant political importance. 2012, Obama beats Mitt Romney.
That was an easy fight because Mitt Romney was a schmuck.
America fell in love with Obama, the great orator.
They did. Again, he could tell you to go fuck yourself and you'd enjoy the ride. And you'd ask him, sir, what would you like me to use when I got there?
Yeah.
You don't have to like his policies. He could talk his way out of anything. I swear to God, he could kill his wife and be sitting in the interrogation room. Well, the problem is, and she was mouthing off. And when the wife mouths off, you get a little angry and the cop's going to go, you know what, Barack, you're right. You're good. Here's $50. Go get yourself something to eat on the way out.
Get a haircut too, you hippie.
All right, you got any personal anecdotes from November? Because I have one in 2 days that still pisses me off.
November used to be one of my favorite months that turned into not one of my not so favorite months. A couple of different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
My dad being one of them. Just a lot of bad shit happens to me in November. Brain cancer. I gotta have fucking surgery on Black Friday for a double hernia repair. Yeah, that guy.
See, you're moving into profitability.
That's right.
Yeah. I've already hit my out of pocket.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I used to love November as a kid. Thanksgiving was one of my favorite holidays growing up.
Oh, Fat Boy Christmas is still my favorite.
Yeah, it was a big deal. My grandmother Lynch would put on a huge spread every Thanksgiving, and she fucking did it every year. And same with Christmas Eve. She hosted that. So Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving were probably my two favorite days.
Look, that,
What's that?
I'm good with Thanksgiving. Like I'm good. That's my holiday. But I really could care less about Christmas this year. The only thing I care is watching my wife light the fuck up when she puts the fucking $1,200 Christmas tree up.
Nice. Oh, you're like Henry Hill. Honey, I got the most expensive tree they had.
Yeah, we went to Balsam Hill and bought a really nice tree.
Nice.
Like that, like my grandkids will put this fucking thing up and it'll still be pretty.
Nice.
Yeah.
JR in the comment section, his dad's birthday is coming up and he's been gone 5 years. That sucks because that leads into on November 13th of 1993, I lost my grandfather. Like the honest, and Herm knows this, it was like, to me, the pinnacle of manliness. And between Herm and Jeremy, God rest his soul. Oh, today's November 11th. Not only on the day my grandfather died, you want to fast forward to 2011. I had a heart attack on November 13th of 2011. And then 2 days later, I was at Lynch's house watching his house on the same day of Ohio State, Michigan, and I could not cheer. I could not drink beer. I could not get excited. I had my daughter and my girlfriend at the time trying to keep me calm. I'm like, there's no way to be calm watching this fucking game. I almost forgot about that. And my glasses broke that night at the Anthrax show. When you are 39 years old, don't get in the fucking pit at Anthrax. It's bad for business.
Oh, we're not kids anymore.
No shit.
I'd like to get in the pit right now.
I'd like to see you after.
I'm
not saying, here's what I'm saying to you. I think you'd have a good time in the pit.
I would. My problem is that I want to go to the pit because I need to sort some shit out. And I need to sort some shit out. And I want to go in a pit.
The problem is our text thread 2 days later would be filled with my knees hurt, my arms hurt, my back hurts, my prostate hurts. Everything would hurt. Because you're over 50, but it was worth it. And that Lynch is exactly right. That would be your tagline, but it was worth it.
But I didn't die.
Yeah,
I almost did. That was the best question. I told Lynch this story before he left for, I think it was Ireland that you went to. Maybe no. You went somewhere else, but I still watched your house, and I was pulling up, and I got all my gear out, and I still had the probes on my chest because I was afraid to shower. And the one thing the doctor asked me is like, and what kind of physical activity have you done in the last couple of days? I'm like, I was in the pit at a thrash metal show. And the woman looked at me and she looked at my chart. She goes, "You're 39 years old." I'm like, and?
What's your fucking point?
Yeah. I was at a show where you get in the pit, and it's not like the old days where the pit was swinging and everybody was bumping around. It was a circle pit.
I'm going to say a circle pit, and it's more like slam dancing than it is like a mosh pit.
It wasn't like going to the Metallica or the Anthrax show in the late 80s or early 90s where it was violence for the sake of violence.
No,
and everybody
car pit.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is.
Back in the day. But the beauty of that was if you got elbowed in a pit in the 80s, the person who elbowed you would look down, go, "Oh shit," and pick you up, and you did it all over again.
Right. That's pit rules. Like you're just doing your thing, and if it happens to fuck somebody up, you help them back up.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry, man, get back up, and that's fine. If you don't do that, now it's personal.
Yeah, but the circle pits now are more about fun, and yeah, we're bumping into each other and we're slamming shoulders.
Right, it's kind of that old school punk bounce bump.
Yes,
shit, not
very much
that,
so.
not the death thrash metal pit.
In 2011, I was not in fear of my safety as I was in, say, 1989 at the Anthrax show.
Right. That's a completely different pit to pay attention.
I wish this was February. I'd tell my Metallica story, but I'm telling it anyway. 36 years ago in February, I went to see Metallica for the first time. Queensryche was the opener. My grandfather got me tickets. I go down every February to see the Daytona 500, me and my grandfather. It was our tradition. And he says, I got you these tickets. I know you're a rock and roll guy. Have you heard of Metallica? Yeah. He goes, yeah. Okay. You and this kid that he's the grandson of someone I work with. You're going to the show. I'm like, so I'm going to a concert with someone I've never met to see a band I've never seen, but I love. All right, I'm in. He came to the house. We drove to the Ocean Center, which is on A1A in Daytona, and Queensryche puts on the fucking show of shows. Metallica starts. It is the Justice Tour, and they've got the big Lady Justice, which crumbled toward the end of the show, and 3 songs in comes Creeping Death. Now, again, I reiterate, I had never seen Metallica. I've never seen footage of a Metallica show. There are easily 20,000 people at this show. In the middle of Creeping Death, 19,999 people in the break of the song start screaming, die, die, die. One person is afraid for his life. Me.
You.
I thought they were talking to me. But it was still one of the best shows I ever saw. 2 nights later, my grandfather scored me tickets to see Amy Grant. So if you want to talk about musical dichotomy, I saw Metallica on Friday night and Amy Grant on Sunday night after the Daytona 500, which that year was won by Darrell Waltrip.
That's quite a well-rounded trip.
Well, it's not my favorite musical weekend. That was Travis Tritt, Tom Jones, and Pantera in 3 days.
Wow.
Don't tell me I'm not musically diverse. I will smack a motherfucker with a Pantera record while I shove Tom Jones up their ass while they're listening to Travis Tritt.
Okay, then. And taking a shit.
Don't fuck with me about music. Nice Falcons jersey, by the way. Thank you, JR. This was 5 years ago Salute to Service jersey. I haven't gotten the new one, so you can say I still got the Calvin Ridley gimmick.
Ridley.
Fuck Ridley. He's doing real well these days.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
So yeah, I actually remember when my granddad died, Herm was one of the first people that came to my house.
That was, you said
it made sense because we were roommates. Yes, we were roommates, but somebody picked me up. I went to the house. This is while he had aneurysm, fell. He hung on for a couple days, and when we got the word he died, I don't know how Herm got the word. I didn't call him, but Herm was at the house, my parents' house in Ledyard. So, dude, we help each other, man. We always have. I don't know why people think that you and I should be fist fighting all the time. He's dropping passes faster than a hooker drops her thongs. Oh, Jesus. He must be playing for Tennessee. Same with Lynch. When Lynch's dad passed away, I was probably amongst the first people at his house.
Yep.
And you guys combined were the first people I called when I was en route to the airport in April of 2024.
Yes,
I don't know why people want to pit us against each other. It's like I would take a bullet for these guys. I would put a bullet in the people that want to make us fight.
A lot of that is just sometimes jealousy that they don't connect with anybody else in their life like that.
Maybe.
Some people just fucked up like that. They like to fuck with people.
That's true.
I mean, I'll do it amongst people that I really don't care for, but I communicate with. there's a group of people that I put in that column. And if I want to start, I'll fuck with them and give them the infight because it's fun.
Hey, can you move your surgery up a week? Because Emma wants to see you on the 29th.
Oh, I wish I could. Oh, I actually no, seriously, Thursday I go to the surgeon for another because my hernia made a second appearance last week, and they're a little concerned that the hole got a little too big, and maybe they'll do it sooner than later, but I don't think so.
He said hole.
That's probably unless it makes a third appearance. Then they're like probably like, if it makes a third appearance, I'm not fucking leaving until it's fixed.
There you go. So the secret is don't say its name, and it won't appear.
I don't.
All right.
I just say hernia. I don't say the full name.
Okay.
Now you know.
Now I know. I have to go pay the water bill real quick. My question is going to be for Herm as far as November is concerned. Weird, wacky history, but this is weird, wacky Herm history. When was the first time you did, as a chef or as a regular human being, your first full-blown Thanksgiving spread? And try to throw some detail in there, because I know if I know one thing about you, you don't do anything small or half-ass. It had to be glorious. And I'll be right back.
I don't know. I mean, that's I don't think I can really answer that question. Like
Did you cook a lot when you were a kid?
When's the first time, huh?
Did you cook a lot when you were a kid?
Yeah. So like a third of those fucking meals that we had at the house were, I you know what I mean? Like me doing my own spread while I was doing them more. I mean, what's the spread? Like cooking Thanksgiving dinner in my own house? Yeah, I don't. Depends. Like as I developed, my dinner developed. So it's always, you know what I mean? So I it's like when did a mechanic tighten his first nut?
Right. I asked that question because I cooked a lot with my dad. I cooked a lot with his mother. And that's why I liked the day before Thanksgiving when everything started. I was there. I was helping. And that's a tough question because you were already inclined to gravitate towards that.
Right. You know what I mean? Like I was already like, even when I was just just cooking, I was just a cook,
right.
You know what I mean? So everything had to taste good. And so, yeah, things develop. And as I've developed, my intricacies have developed and there's layers that have evolved, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint like my first spread because like I was helping mom. Like I said, a third of that was me and us doing what mom needed as the general in the kitchen. So,
right.
Well, I guess that's where I kind of thought, helping mom is one thing, but the first time you were like, I'm running the show, I'm doing all of this.
Yeah, that would have been the first time in my own house at some point where it would have been after my first wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been
because we all went separate ways back then.
It would have been
you in your corner, me in my corner. Yeah,
probably somewhere around when I was married to my second wife in my own house, around there. So it'd probably be early 2000s before I was doing really more intricate shit.
Okay,
but yeah, I mean, and it changes every year. There are certain staples, and then I have a level now where I can just take it in different directions. So now everybody else is I tell everybody, do not play with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is not a time for playing.
Mm-mm.
I do not follow my own rule.
What is your rule?
Thanksgiving, the rule that I tell everybody is Thanksgiving dinner is not a time to try new shit. All right.
No, stick with the
All
fucking
right.
classics.
But I don't
Turned up.
follow my own rule. I have a level of knowledge and confidence that just about any fucking home cook that's asking that question, I don't care who you are and whose grandma your grandma was and what she cooked. I'm lucky enough to have enough level of knowledge in my repertoire to try new shit at Thanksgiving dinner, and it comes out exactly the way I planned because I have the knowledge of all the method and everything that goes with it. You know what I mean? So for me, Thanksgiving is always something new. It's a new technique. It's a new dish. It's something new. And everybody else is like, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, you see videos on, you'll see them soon. This is not the time to try some new shit. It isn't for most people. But for me, that meal is exactly the time to whip out some fucking shit.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to go rogue. I think you're going to be like, okay, if we have this classic, say you have the sweet potatoes, you're going to do something a little funky, but at the same time, it's still classic. I don't think you go rogue, so to speak.
Well, variation on a theme, or
Yeah.
something, or somewhere off completely in a different direction. If you, like Herm said, you have to have the confidence and the skills.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
of
like
course.
most people would not
Average
attempt,
guy,
most people
average
won't
guy like
attempt
me,
would not
I'm not-
attempt working curry into Thanksgiving dinner.
Who the
Right.
fuck
a guy like me
would do
wouldn't
that?
do that.
You just brought up
I
the
wouldn't
sweet
do
potatoes, dumbass. That's a perfect example.
Vegetarian sweet potatoes.
On Thanksgiving? No. On any other day of the year? Sure.
Yes. Yeah, well, see, there you go. Welcome to your Thanksgiving, and you come eat at mine. There it is.
I would. And you know
what I
I'd eat
mean?
all of it.
But that's the thing. Like, it wouldn't be see you. That's the thing. I already know that curry's rough, and people hear it, so it's not about a lot of it. It's about a kiss of it. But
Right.
it's a completely different palate you don't expect, but done right, it's
In vitro.
It's lovely. It's lovely. But you know what I mean? Like, that's the shit that I do at Thanksgiving. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fuck with some curry in this shit.
You
And
know, I eat 99.9% of the stuff you put in front of me. If you do not have the one thing on Thanksgiving that I crave, I'm not coming to your house. I'm coming to your house to burn it to the ground.
you can bring your own little tub of it with you.
You know what I'm talking about, too.
Yeah, you can bring your own little tub of it with you, but it doesn't happen here. It doesn't. It's not allowed on the table.
What is wrong with you?
It's not allowed on the table. And you can dress it up and zhuzh it up with
Judge,
real-
there it is.
with you know what I mean. I hate that word, and I'm throwing it out deliberately, as I'm using it as a slur.
You get judge.
Zhuzh it up. All right. In other words, you can fuck yourself. You know, you can go haricot vert and you can make your own cream of mushroom stuff, but it's
Are you talking about green bean casserole?
oh
Yes.
fuck you said it. You said it. You said it.
Say its name and it appears on Herm's table.
Oh,
I stand with the big guy here.
it's
I hate green bean casserole.
it's a horrible, horrible thing that was perpetrated by Campbell's Soup.
So soup and cream of mushroom soup.
It-
Cream
Cream
mushroom
of
soup.
mushroom
Green
soup.
beans.
It's horrible.
You got to
mushroom.
use fresh green beans. Fresh
It's
green
like-
beans.
It's depression food, man. It's
Don't care. I'm clinically depressed. I like it.
oh,
I know what you mean by depression food.
oh, so bad.
To me, it's the happiest dish on earth.
It's like boiled bread. It's hot and wet.
Ugh.
It's you know
Um,
that it's.
Speaking of hot, never mind. I already made that joke.
See,
earlier.
I'm totally down with green beans, though. I'm totally down with green beans. I just do my green beans different for my Thanksgiving.
Green beans on Thanksgiving or Christmas should have garlic and ham bits.
I do. They're sweet and salty. They're overcooked, sweet and salty green beans.
Okay.
You blanch them, and then you continue to cook them in butter with sugar and salt and a tiny little bit of garlic and some black pepper until they're overcooked, and they suck up that sweet, salty, overcooked yumminess. And those are my green beans. And then I just
It gets the
throw,
zhuzh.
I throw some good cooked bacon in it, some nice thick
Oh,
cut,
there you go.
and there it is. So overcooked, sweet and salty green beans with bacon in it. Wow, it's lovely.
That's basically what Megan makes.
I've done Thanksgiving at your house. You put on a good spread too, I gotta say.
Yeah, we're not doing that this year.
No, neither am I. I'm going to some family, and wish me luck.
Oh, I'm gonna buy turkeys like I'm going to the chair in the morning.
That's what I like to hear.
Where are you going Thanksgiving?
Who, me?
Ledyard. That's all I'm willing to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah, like what's the price of turkeys where you are?
I don't know. I haven't looked, but I'll get back to you tomorrow. I went turkey hunting the other day. Shot me a nice 20-pounder, but it turns out Walmart frowns on me shooting inside their store.
Last time I was in the grocery, I didn't notice because we're not shopping for one this year.
You know what? Let me go. Well, I'm gonna go to let's see, pick a grocery, Herm. Stop and shop.
What's your Walmart turkey price on a butterball?
Let me go to Walmart.com.
Yeah, we're doing a dinner through Dog Watch Cafe, Herm, out in Stonington.
Nice.
Megan did that for the Rand Whitney Paper Company a couple of Thanksgivings ago when she worked there in HR, and they fucking raved about it. So we're doing that. We just you eat and eat. Just like me, Megan, my mom, her boyfriend, and my aunt.
Yeah. What do you got?
$2.58 per pound at Walmart Lisbon.
For what? A frozen?
Butterball frozen.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I just read it out loud in front of people.
What do you like? $1.58?
No, I think they were 97 cents a pound the other day.
Fuck that! I'm going to Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. And then Jenny O's were like 83 cents a pound.
I'll get that stupid. I'll get that stupid turkey loaf for $6.99 and be a happy fucking camper.
Double
Wow.
turkey.
Butterball frozen whole turkey, all natural, average price 97 cents a pound.
Damn!
Jesus Christ!
I'm looking at $2.58.
Yeah, no. And if you go Jenny O, which is a really excellent, let's see.
Let me see if they have it. Jenny O. Oven ready turkey breast. No. Turkey. Fresh and lean turkey sausage. No. You fucking
yeah.
cunts.
So Jenny O frozen turkeys, the 10 to 16 pound hens.
Yep.
Are 84 cents a pound.
Wow.
And the frozen, the 16 to 24 toms are 84 cents a pound.
All right, let me go to Stop and Shop, see what they offer. Because this is fun. I like doing stuff like this.
$9 a pound.
Right?
$9. Oh, they're verifying my device because. Okay, you prick fucks. Ground turkey. I don't see.
So yeah, I'll pick up a couple of those 15, 16 pound turkeys for $39 a pop.
For the first time in United States history, Stop and Shop beats Walmart on their turkey price at $2.39 a pound.
Heard. $2.39 a pound.
Wow.
I'd rather just go down to. Didn't there used to be a turkey farm in Groton?
Wouldn't it almost be cheaper for me to just buy turkeys and ship them frozen?
It would be cheaper if on any given day when I leave here,
by the time they got to you, they'd be ready to cook and work with.
There are wild turkeys that sit at the corner of my street that every day I'm like, oh, free Thanksgiving.
Burns, you used to work at PCC.
Yes.
You remember the wild turkeys on Pequannock Road all the time?
Yes, all the fucking time.
They're still there, man.
Give me a gun. There. I'll get me some free Thanksgiving.
No, people would freak the fuck out.
I don't give a fuck. They don't live here. Anyway, we've reached the end of our tenure. It is a sad time. If you're a racing fan, it's going to be interesting tonight. 2025 season in review. Corey's got news and notes. And if you look behind Herm, behind that curtain, and I know they say don't pay attention
they're not there.
to
I
the
have them
man
all snapped right here.
You son of a bitch. I have to answer for all the predictions I made.
Not just you.
For the
Not just you.
season.
It's shit across the board. It's
okay, good.
It's not,
so I'm not the only one locked inside the cage on Tuesday night's main event.
No.
Good.
Some of it I can't even read because it was written in pencil forever ago and it's smudged to shit. So I'll do my best.
Fair enough. And with that, happy Veterans Day if you serve our wonderful country. What the fuck? See, he did find one with meat on it.
He's playing with that thing again.
Yeah, he is. Play with it on your own time, bro.
All right, I'm hitting the music.
We'll see you next week with some kind of topic.
Word.
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls upon you at first light. I'm the hand of God. I'm the dark Messiah. I'm the vengeful one. In the blackest moment of a dying world, what have you
Maybe next time Lynch goes through the garbage, he'll find like a watermelon rind that still's got some pink on it.
Ooh, that's still got some deliciousness right there.
Yes, it does.
Racist.
Here we go.
Here we go. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
See ya.